In this video, I give you a guide for Dain Ironfoot. I'm going to let you be the judge of this build, and you can tell me if you think it's good. It is what I've seen most people use, and one of my buddies uses it, so stick around. Let's get it. Welcome back to CO Gaming, and today we are going to talk about Mr. Dain Ironfoot himself. But before we do, go smash that subscribe button. It greatly helps this channel out. Hit the like button as well if you enjoy this content, but let's just jump right into this. So, I personally don't play Dain all that often. I think he can be really good, but I'm going to let you guys be the judge of this build. My buddy uses it, so that's what we're just going to kind of work with. So starting off, what he does is he puts 15 points into King Under the Mountain, which is going to up that physical damage. Of course, these numbers are going to be higher. Then he puts 7 into Dwarven Grit. First 4 instances, skill damage in each battle is going to be upped. Of course, once again, the number is going to be higher as you go. Once he's done putting those 22 points in, he puts 15 points into Durin's Blood, which is going to, once again, up that skill damage. And then he puts 7 points into Whirlwind, which is going to give you a pretty big attack. Then after you do that, put your 7 points into All In, which is another great attack. That is for round 3. Going to do a bunch of damage, and it also reduces the next damage dealt by 7.1%. Of course, higher number. Once you have all those points in, this is based off a Respect 6 Dain, so you're going to get more points. Start to put your points into Ironfoot. It's going to allow you to get rush. It's going to give you a chance to stun the target and for 1 round. And if you can manage to max it out, depending on where you're at respect-wise, you're going to get speed, which, you know, we all know those dwarves are slow. So can't ever go wrong with speed. You also want to make sure you put some points into Vengeance and also put some points into Heavily Wounded, due to both of them being decent attacks. Plus, you know, Vengeance is a preparation 5, which is probably kind of a downfall with it, which is why I wouldn't truly focus on it as much. But it is an attack that's going to happen in round 5. Make sure you at least get 1 point in there. And then Heavily Wounded is just another attack, but it kind of reduces, you know, your recovery for HP for 2 rounds. Is what it is, but it's a round 3 skill, so it's not going to terribly hurt you in the first 2 rounds, which is where a lot of fights in this game is won, is in those first couple of rounds. And then just kind of just keep putting your points into Ironfoot. I think what he runs is he has right now 8 in Ironfoot, and then he puts 2 in Heavily Wounded and 1 in Vengeance. Of course, that's Respect 6, so the higher respect you are, the more points you're going to get there. I mean, you can truly go Lord of Iron Hills as well. I think it just truly depends. If you're trying to go a little bit more defense, you can just scrap this tree, not worry about that stun or rush, and go into Lord of the Iron Hills, which is going to cause your melee units to do more damage overall. And then, of course, put points into Dwarven Leader, which is going to give you damage received and damage dealt. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, because you're not relying on troop damage with Dain. So I would personally probably go with Ironfoot, but you can do either one. I'm sure there's somebody out there that will argue one is better than the other. Like I said, I will let you guys be the judge of this build and what you think. I can only go off from what I've seen so far in this game and the seasons that I've played and what my buddy does, and I know he has some pretty good success. You know, I've had my guild smashed with a Dain several times by a guy named BSA. He's an amazing player. Smashed my guild several times with that thing. I think it's a couple other people that I've faced has used Dain. Foozy's used Dain. Several people have used Dain against me and smashed me. So that's pretty much that build. As far as gear goes, we're going to jump over here to the Matham real quick, just because I don't have these pieces. I don't really play good, so I haven't, or not all good, but I just don't have these pieces in particular. So as far as a chest piece goes, we're going to run Durin's Plate. The recommended is pretty spot on with this. They want to run dominance. Me personally, I would probably run tactical maneuvers if that's what you have. I just think tactical maneuvers is an amazing stat on anything you can get it on. As far as your helmet goes, you're going to want to run the iron bassinet somewhere around here. Oh, here we go. The iron bassinet. Unwavering is the recommended for that. You can do that. That's going to give you stun immunity, but you also could run Fortitude of Soldiers or Fortitude of Dwarves, either one. Either one's going to be fine. You're not really going to want to run arrow suppression unless for some reason you're just trying to avoid a Sunid, but I'm not truly for sure that's going to work anyway. So I would just run one of those top 3 there. As far as your accessory goes, you want to run Erebor's Pride. They're going to recommend you run Iron Guard, which is not a bad thing at all. It's probably exactly what I would run, but you could also... Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would run because you're not really trying to buff your troops, so get that heal. Of course, all of these stats are going to be different depending on how much you have your item strengthened and refined. Of course, we know this by now. And then as far as your weapon goes, you're going to want to run the Axe of Khazad-dûm with Cleave. That one, they hit dead on the nail. It's going to give you that chance of dealing additional damage, of course, number higher as you level. As far as purples go, it's pretty much kind of the same thing. Some of these items have some of those stats that you're looking for. I don't think you can get Cleave on a weapon. I could be completely wrong just because I haven't looked for any of these stats on anything. But you're just going to kind of want to follow that same guideline. Find those items that best suit you, like full helm is a really good item for helm as well. You're pretty much, going to run something that's going to reduce your damage that you're taking. And then, of course, blinding barrier, you wouldn't definitely want to run that with the focus, burn, and poison damage with running knights because you're running a dwarf. But yeah, just melee vigor. It's probably going to be your best bet on that one. Just find those items that truly work. That's pretty much kind of it. Honestly, I guess for a weapon, I would probably end up running either Warhammer or the Battle Axe, and if I was going to run the Battle Axe, I would probably just run Flay. If I was going to run the Warhammer, if I had to run a purple, I'd probably run, let's see here, probably Concussion for inflicting, damage in those rounds. So just kind of piece it together. Chess piece, you could always run your normal scale mail with, melee vigor on it, or guard, either one. I've found that guard's actually been a really good item in this game, but melee vigor, guard, either one. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, then of course an accessory. Just find you an accessory that heals, probably, I don't know, worn out smoking pipe as you run on everything else. But that's pretty much purple. I do believe that Dain is a much better kind of welled out gold gear commander than he is purple because these things don't line up purple wise. You can do it. It can be done. You just got to find those right items to run purple wise. As I said, this was built on a Respect 6. Dain, my buddy actually has a pretty good gold set for him. So there wasn't a whole lot of recommendations on what purples you should run. So I just kind of threw it together in my head there. But I do feel after kind of looking over it, you definitely need those golds. I think golds are going to be kind of where it's at overall. So it's more of one of those well-out commanders, but you be the judge. You judge the build. Tell me what you think. Drop those comments down below. As we said at the front of this video, subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps. If you like and enjoy this content, follow along. Smash that like button. Discord link will be down below. Come have fun with us. Talk, interact. It's always a good time in the Discord. If you want to support the channel further, there's membership, merch. All those links are in the description. Till next time, CO out.